Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be learning div and iframes tag. So roll the intro and let's begin. Alright, so I've already made a file name called div and iframes, and I made a title div and iframes, and I've already opened it in my Chrome. The first thing that we're gonna be learning is div, which I believe I've used quite a lot in my videos. Um, Div is basically division of your web page. If I Google about it, what is a div tag? It's a fundamental element in HTML used for grouping and structuring content provided in a generic container for various HTMLs. So to put it in a simple language, it means basically creating a small container and then stuffing your code in it, and then you can call it whenever you want, like anything else. You can use IDs and stuff like that. It's very useful. I usually use it on a day-to-day basis. um I'll also ask ChatGPT what div is and explain it in similar terms. Explain div tag in HTML in simple terms. There you go. It's a division like a container of or a box in HTML. Basically same thing. If you can see over here, it says div, and then you can add whatever line of code you want. You can add paragraph, HTML, oh my bad, the h1 h2 tags, anything you want in it, and it basically holds in a box. It's a lovely tag that I use in day-to-day basis. So if I hop into code and if I write div and then I write oops h1, my caps is on, hi Spectre, long time no see. And if I run it, you'll see it says Al Spectre, long time no see. You can't really see anything in here, but then I'm using div tags in here. What I can do is I can align this stuff. So if I want, I can align it in center. Let's see if it works. There you go. Voila. I can, since I can't see anything, I can style the borders as well. I'll show you. So I could use my style is equals to border right there, border style, and then I can make it solid for now, and I'll give the height as well. Let's just say 10%. I'll also give the width, the box, let's say 30%. Let's see. There you go. So this box, we usually say box, so anything I write within the div tag would be inside this. Anything. I don't usually use borders. That's very rare of me using it, but there are a lot of things you can do with it. So instead of solid, I could do a dotted. I could do double. You can see two lines in there. I could do groove. or groovy, and it's a different type of border, I'd say. And we can do inset. Oops, my bad. And onset. Well, there's nothing on it. You can also do a dashed instead of dotted, and I believe there should be another one, another bot style, such as Google search here or ChatGPT. I could also give it border color. I could use hashes, regular names, or pixels. Oh, my bad. Hashes or regular names. I could give the border width, which you can. Let me just make it dotted. My bad. Yep. So I could increase the width of it if I want to by just saying border width, and I've given a height and width over here, which just defines the box itself. I could change that as well if I want to. I could align it in the left, right, or justified as well. I could also align the text inside it by just simply saying text aligned, left, right, center, justified. Also I could also use margin left, right, and I believe this gives padding to it. Oh no, it just moves it to that pixels, I would say. So if I give margin right, nothing really happens. Oops. Margin right, and then this. My apologies. There you go. As you can see, it moves. Let's try making it 100 pixels. There you go. You can also change it to percent instead of pixels. You could use margin right, top, and bottom, depending upon if you aligned your borders, or like if you aligned it at the center, or like anything. It depends. Just play around with it and you'll see. You can find your perfect spot. You can also learn more about dev while you're practicing your projects and stuff like that. Next up, we're gonna be learning iframes. That's really interesting one. I don't really use iframes a lot, but it basically means imagine a small window in your website and it plays another HTML or any video or any kind of source that you want it to play. If I ChatGPT it and say, what is iframes? It's gonna tell me all about iframes. So it's a short inline frame as a tag used to embed another web page inside your current HTML. So I could run another HTML in that HTML website. For example, this thing. If I just copy it real quick and place it in here, so instead of source, I could give my own another page's source. Let's just say this is my folder that I'll be using to keep tags of my videos. I'll use HTML. I just use tags.html. So I'm gonna copy it. Does it work? Oops. Well, let's try this. That should work. Where is it? There you go. So whatever was in that page, it probably opened up in a box. I believe if you're in the same folder, I can just skip this thing and it still would work, I'd say. so it still works, but it's suggested to just keep like that, or just keep everything in a single folder. That works perfectly. I just use it in a single folder. Now again, I could play around with height, width. I could also do the frame border like I did with this. So but instead I'm gonna write here frame border, and then I could do whatever I want. 3, and it's gonna change it, and I can do like anything about anything that I want. There you go. Again, I could do scrolling, auto, yes or no. It basically means if you have a bigger tab, you want it to scroll. If there's like a bigger website in it. If I chat GPT real quick, iframes more about scrolling. Stay logged out. So you can say you can control scrolling with an attribute of CSS. It is CSS we're gonna be learning in my new series after the HTML series is finished. I'm gonna teach the more efficient way of using CSS. So basically, says scrolling yes, no, or auto. It depends upon the HTML site you're choosing. As you can see, you can also use iframes and then import images in it while anchoring it. I would suggest just play around with it, import images, videos, make your own websites, and then make your own HTMLs, and then try to import it in your main HTML, or I'd say index.html. Last but not the least, I want to teach you guys iframes. Oh, sorry, my bad. Frames. Why isn't commenting? Frames. Control CK. Never mind, I'm not sure why it's gonna commenting. But yeah, I want to teach you guys about frames. It's kind of like an outdated version of iframes, I'd say, but no one really uses it since it's like it has some flaws in it. It's basically giving a specific section in your website to frames to display anything that you want. So if I want, I can give this whole chop part as a frame, and then I can just display anything in it. The weird thing about it is I don't have to put it in the frames. I don't use this body part. So instead of body, I'll just use frames. Frame set or frames. Oh, my bad. We're gonna use frame set, and then I can use frames in it. Frame, and then I can just source anything. I can source anything that I want. For example, that I use this one. I could use this in here, and then it's gonna display the specific part to it. So if I again chat GPT, tell me about frame, it's gonna suggest me it's gonna tell me what frame is. So it says it's an older version of HTML4. We're using HTML5, and it tells me that that's how we use frame initially, and then we usually use iframes now, or something, other CSS iframes, div tags, but in my personal experience, I've never used frame. I just learned it. Here you can see it's a cool thing. I would suggest just go try it out. You can use rows and columns in it to dedicate if you want to give like half of portion instead of a full row, or you want to give this the full row to it. So yeah, that's it for this video. In the next video, I believe I'm going to be teaching you how to make your own forms and stuff like that. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.